What's up, vlog? Welcome back to another video. This week I'm doing a regular weekly vlog showing you guys my regular stuff that I do throughout the week, but with a little bit of a twist this time. I've been seeing this trend on YouTube of people showing what I spend in a week as a person living in blah 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 fill in the blank city. I decided I'm gonna hop on that trend and show you guys and take you guys through a week of spending for me. It may vary a little bit week to week, obviously, depending on what I'm doing, the bills that I have due that particular week, all those variables. But I wanted to show you guys my version of what I spend in a week. Love this trend of being more transparent with our money and our budgeting. I mean, of course, there's certain things I'm not gonna disclose. That doesn't need to be broadcasted to the internet. But I do really appreciate when vloggers and just people that I follow on socials and stuff, and in real life too, talking amongst friends and everything. I love when people are transparent about their finances, because it's actually really helpful when you have a community of people that you're able to bounce ideas off of and pick up on different budget practices and tips about how to save more money, how to make more money. I'm always just looking for, of course, ways to save and ways to be more financially literate. That being said though, don't take money advice from me. I'm not here to advise you and to tell you what you should be doing or how you should be spending your money. None of that stuff. I'm just going to be taking you guys along candidly on how I'm spending. Just know that everybody's financial situation is different. People have different financial privileges, responsibilities, different jobs. There's a lot of different factors that go into how people spend their money, as well as there's a big mental aspect too that I think we don't talk about enough. I just thought I would hop on the trend and take you guys along. If not for the full 7 days, if I forget, then at least for a few days of the week. This past weekend, I went to Santa Cruz to have a coffee date with somebody that I've known virtually online for a bit. Shout out to Danny if you're watching this. And I just think that's one of the really cool things about being able to have the internet and have access to this, is to be able to meet new people too. So it was so much fun. It was so cool. I got to meet her in person for the first time. We follow each other and keep up with each other on socials and stuff and through this channel, but it was just so cool to finally meet her in person, and just such a good time. Y'all, I'm oh my gosh, it's so cold this morning. Meanwhile, that's on being a California girly. I probably look crazy. I don't know if it could pick up on this camera, but I am wearing some pimple patches, and I feel like I need to get the star ones, or the ones that come in the cute little designs, because it just looks awkward. It looks like you're not supposed to see it, but you see it. They work just as fine. They all do the same thing, but it feels a little bit more there's something on your face. I don't know if I'm supposed to see that, but it's there. I've mentioned this so many times in vlogs, but in case you don't know the little life hack that I do, because I am a frugal queen over here. What I did is I just got a doppio espresso, a double espresso, a pump of brown sugar, and then cinnamon powder. I'm gonna add my own oat milk creamer when I get home. I have my own brown sugar shaken espresso for like a fraction of the price of what a typical brown sugar shaken espresso would be. Whenever I'm getting coffee out at Starbucks or like any other coffee shop that has like the loyalty type of reward program, I always use the like rewards to customize my drinks and stuff. So today, this one, I paid $1 less than what I would have paid because I used my stars. Sometimes I try to like save them to get like a free coffee. My birthday is coming up, so I know that I'm already gonna get a free drink. Cause you know, I'm trying to be in my like saving, my budgeting era. I'm trying to save up for some goals and things like that. Of course, buying coffee out is not the most like budget friendly thing because it adds up over time, but this is how I feel about it. There are certain simple pleasures in life that I am just not willing to deprive myself of. Coffee is one of them. Like, I love coffee. I get excited about waking up in the morning to be able to drink my morning coffee. I love the ritual of pouring up a little coffee in the morning. I also just love going and exploring new coffee shops and trying out different cafes. So that's just one thing that I'm not willing to deprive myself of. But with that being said, there are ways to like make it more budget friendly and to not make it this expensive habit. Ever I can, I always try to find like little saving hacks, little life hacks to where I can still enjoy like getting coffee and trying out new coffee shops, but you know, being smart about it. Most of the time, even though you guys see in these videos me going to different coffee shops and stuff, that's like once or twice a week, like twice at max. And like throughout the week on a typical day, I am making my coffee at home. Even if I don't show it in a vlog, I'm not gonna lie, something just hits different sometimes about just having a coffee out. That's why on the weekends, like I don't mind like treating myself to that. So you just gotta find what works for you. This is what has been working for me because the whole like not getting coffee out, like who wants to live like that? Not me. I feel like adulting is just realizing what your priorities are and adjusting your budget to accommodate for that. Like finding out what you're willing to give up and what you're not willing to compromise on. And that could save you a lot of time and headache and stress. It takes some time to get there, to like figure it out. It's trial and error. It's also, I feel like, just growing, and it just happens with time. Coffee and travel are two things that I will always find a way to budget. Even if it's low budget ways, I always find little ways to travel, and I'm always like searching and looking for ways to be able to go to the destinations that I want to on a budget. If you guys know any hacks or any tips or things in terms of travel, feel free to leave them in the comments, whether it's certain apps or sites or just like the very like unhinged, very specific niche things that you do. Because I was showing in one of a previous travel vlog that one thing that I do is I refuse to pay for like my bags to be checked unless it's like a very long trip and I obviously have to check my bags. Most of the time I only bring carry-on. If I don't want to pay for the extra charge, if they're charging more for carry-on, I will use a personal bag, and what I'll do is I will use a vacuum sealed bag, one of those like storage bags, to pack my bag and be able to save up so much space. Yeah, any little tips like that or any sites or apps, go ahead and put your girl on. Let me know. I would love to be put on some new ways to save money when it comes to traveling. The thing is, I'm gonna do it regardless. I'm gonna go. You guys have seen me. I don't mind going alone. I don't mind going with friends. Like, I'm gonna go. Those are just my two things. Yeah, you just gotta figure out what matters to you. What doesn't matter so much, because sometimes what other people value, you're just like, I could probably go without that. Yeah, let me go add my creamer to my coffee so I can enjoy it this morning. One more thing to note is that during the week I commute and have to cross the bridge, so I pay an $8 bridge toll every day, but it doesn't come out of my account every day. It comes out of my fast track that is automatically reloaded. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to include the $8 bridge toll to my total price every day. And that brings us to today. Today I'm doing some grocery shopping. So far I just stopped at Whole Foods. My total was $21.03 and I got like 4 items. So I normally come to Whole Foods to get like my veggie meats. I got some sausages because I run through these. I eat this like every single morning. These were actually on sale, which is why I got two, because normally I'll only get one. This was on sale too. So I got these, which are very expensive. Very expensive. But today they were on sale, so they were like $3 off. And then chips. Normally I don't, but you know, it is that time of the month and it's just a craving that I just need right now. And you gotta satisfy those cravings sometimes. Now I'm gonna head over to the next store to pick up the rest of the items. When I'm in Whole Foods, I just get what exactly I came for because Whole Foods adds up really, really quickly. You have to come here for certain things like that. So yeah, but now we're gonna go to our next grocery store and I'll keep you posted on what I spend. Also, I just want to add, yesterday I did make an Amazon purchase. Now this purchase came out of my Amazon balance that I had already had from returning past items. So I didn't really pay anything out of pocket, you know, girl math. I did end up spending this amount. I had to get another memory card, and that's really necessary for what I do because I do photography and videography. And then secondly, I had to get another water filter for the Brita, switch out the filters every so often. So yeah, those are the two Amazon purchases that I made yesterday. Okay, this is definitely not on the list. So I'm gonna refrain from getting it today. I just love glassware. This would be like a cute little espresso glass. I don't even have an espresso machine, so there's no purpose of me getting it, but we're sticking to the program, okay? Last stop, Trader Joe's. We're done for the grocery shopping for today. It should last me for a few days, if not the whole week. Hopefully the whole week, that's the goal, but sometimes I just need little things here and there. Now I gotta go back and fold some laundry that I've been putting off for days. And I don't foresee having to spend anything else today. I think I still have gas. Might have to go and get more gas tomorrow. I got an upper body day on the menu. Almost forgot that I was like doing the what I spend in a week thing. But last night I did stop for gas to work because I was not gonna have enough to make it back home. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I spent yesterday. Today I don't foresee having to spend anything unless like bills come up. What day is it? Yeah, tomorrow I'm probably gonna have to pay a bill, so that's not fun. And that today it's just work, gym, more work. I don't really have anything else that I really need to go out and spend on, which is cool. So today is kind of like a no-buy type of day. So Where are we going? To the gym. Gosh, that's all I ever do. It's to keep you guys posted on what I've been spending. So I did have a subscription. Yesterday, they took out my subscription for Adobe Premiere and Adobe Photoshop. I used to have the whole like Creative Cloud subscription. I think that's what it's still called, where you get access to like all the different apps. But I was realizing I just don't use enough of the apps. It was a huge discount, especially when I was still on like the student discount. I'm no longer a student, so I can't do the student discount. So it just didn't feel like it was worth it for me to be paying for that amount when I'm only using a couple of the apps. Ones that I pay for, it's like the photography package, I think. So I get Photoshop and Lightroom and then Premiere Pro, and those are literally my only ones that I pretty much use. I'll put everything on the screen, and yeah, that's just one of those things that I need to operate, to be able to like do my freelance photography and videography. You obviously need like editing software and stuff. I know there's tons of like free software, which I used to use as well too, but these are just the two that, I don't know, they're just the ones that stuck with me, and it's what works for me for right now. Then my storage went full, so this is the only clip that I got at the gym. Yeah, very lovely. And I actually had a really good workout this day, and I was trying to record it, but anyways, then after that, I slid over to the store to pick up these two little busy shots, and this was my total. Okay, we're back in the city. In this video where I'm testing out and trying out different coffee shops in the city. I think I have to pay. Dang, I should have done this Sunday because then I wouldn't have to pay for parking, but I'm gonna have to pay for parking. Yeah, let's go see what this coffee shop is talking about. This is what spare change is for. I was gonna go home after recording the last spot for my little coffee tour video, but we're just gonna go walk around near the water. I don't know what pier exactly this is by, but I know that we're right here by the pier. Typically, if I was gonna do like a no-buy day, like if I just wanted to go out and do something but I didn't want to spend money, I would just bring my own coffee or my own drink. Even just walking around with your water bottle could save a lot of temptation for you wanting to purchase a drink. Find a location with a park or somewhere that's nice and walkable, or like a view, and then just walk around because walking is free and it could still be a nice activity. That's pretty much it, and all I have to pay for is gas if I need it. Bridge toll if I'm coming on this way, but since we're over here, we might as well make the most out of this, especially on times where I find myself feeling like, dang, I really want another trip, like I'm feeling antsy to book another trip. I'm like, girl, just go over to the city or go over to a new area and go walk around and pretend like you're in another state. So yeah, this is what I would do, especially if I'm in a mood to like spend. All you need to get like that dopamine hit, well, for me at least, is to just be experiencing a new area, exploring something new, sightseeing is what I typically want to get out of going on a trip. If I know it's not within my means right now to do it, if it's not financially a smart move, sometimes I am irresponsible and I just book the trip and I just go and I think about how I'm going to pay for it later. Sometimes this is what I have to do to ground myself and be like, you just want the novelty of it. You don't actually need to be on a trip to get that. So go somewhere. You live in the Bay Area, there's so many things around you. Go somewhere and walk around and take advantage of that, rather than impulsively taking a last minute trip. But who knows, you know, like I said, knowing me, I might say all of this and then when my birthday comes be like, forget it, I'm going on a trip, y'all. You never really know with me. Let's go get our steps in, walk around, and people watch. I feel like this goes without saying, but I did want to take the time to recognize that, especially in this economy, times are hard these days, and it is really a privilege, and I'm grateful that I'm able to make these purchases that I did throughout this week. Even though I might not be exactly where I want to be financially, I am super blessed for what I have right now. And I just try to romanticize my life in any way that I possibly can. So though it is getting increasingly more and more expensive to live in the Bay Area, I feel super lucky that I get to call this place home. Okay, so this is the total. This is what I spent this week. Again, money is relative to your situation. I don't know how often I'm going to be doing these what I spend in a week videos, but it was really insightful to see track how my spending habits are. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys for being here and watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.